Hi everyone, my name is Veronica, and I have decided to do this video rather than write a paper on my experiences and how I felt about the subject of this class, which is coping with life and death. I felt as though I could really express my feelings better by speaking about it rather than writing a paper. So one of my biggest experiences with life, I would say, is having my daughter. Here she is. She's 6 years old now, but about 6 years ago I became pregnant, and that was one of the biggest joys of my life. I was so amazed on how I could carry and how I could have this life growing inside of me. It's such an amazing feeling, it's such an amazing experience, and every single day it was something new growing, something new forming, and she wiggled around in there like crazy. So it was just an awesome thing, and I felt so lucky and so blessed to be able to go through something like that and to be able to experience something like that, especially because there's so many mothers and so many women out there actually that aren't lucky enough to be able to have children. And it's such a sad thing because I feel as though that has been one of the biggest changes and has impacted me in such a great way that I wish that everybody can experience that at least once in their life. I wouldn't change it for the world. It's been the greatest 6 years of my life so far. I mean, it's stressful, of course. Life is always stressful. But I'm so glad that I could teach and watch this little girl grow before my eyes. It's sad because I want her to be my baby forever, but of course she can't. Some other experiences of life that I've had was my two sisters actually became pregnant and also had children of their own. So I have a niece and I have a nephew who's actually my godson. That was an amazing thing to be able to see my sisters experience the same kind of joy and happiness that I got to go through and got to experience. It was also funny because they made fun of me and my pain the whole time, so I got to get them back on that and make fun of them back. But again, it was all fun, and we all had such a good time and such a good experience. We all want more kids, so I guess it went well, right? But it was happy. It's just such a happy time. New life is so happy and so innocent and so fragile and so amazing. I would never take back that part of my life. So now with the topic of death. So I work in a hospital, so I have seen a lot of that. I work in the cardiac unit, so I get a lot of the patients that are very sick and have heart conditions and have had strokes or heart attacks or are about to die. And it's just never something that's easier that you get used to. It impacts and affects all of us at my job, all my coworkers, in a different way. Some of us have been doing it for so long that it doesn't even affect us. It's just like any other day, any other happening. But there are certain people that actually it affects them in such a great way that it's hard for them to continue on and do their job, and they feel as though maybe they could have done something better to help the patient when really there was nothing better to do. When there is a patient that you've been caring for such a long time, they kind of grow on you like they're your family. And a lot of our patients actually stay there for more than a week sometimes a month if need be. So they definitely grow on us, and the families grow on us, and we hear their stories, we laugh with them, we cry with them. We're there to listen to anything, any complaints, any concerns. They are like your family, and you want to help them and you want to be there for them like you would want to be there for your family member, for your loved one. So to see them, excuse me, go through something like that is always tough, especially when you've been working with them for such a long time. You become concerned for them, and you want to help them, and you want to make them comfortable, and you just want to do whatever you can for them. You be a listening ear. You have no idea how just being a shoulder to lean on, or just smiling when you walk in a room, or just listening to what they have to say, anything that they have to say, no matter what it is. It can be the smallest thing or it can be the biggest thing. Just being there. It will affect their life, and they will remember that for the rest of their life. Because I know I've gone through things that anything that I had to say, if somebody was there just to listen to me complain, to watch me cry, anything, no matter what it was, I appreciated that one small thing more than I appreciated anything else that they could have done for me. So, a lot of the times, the patients and their families just really respect and appreciate the things that you do for them, especially in the hard times. So, I have never gotten comfortable with the dead or dying. I can say that I've seen it so much more since working at the hospital that I've become used to it, and I know the signs, and I know it's coming, and I know to expect it. So it's not a surprise when it happens. Sadly, it doesn't always affect me as it would somebody that's never seen it, because I'm so accustomed to kind of dealing with that. But still, because like I was saying, they grow on you like they're your own friends or your own family, it becomes hard to watch it happen and to not cry. Even the small things that they say when they don't even remember, if they had dementia and they don't understand what's going on and why they're doing this and why these things are happening, it's sad to just not want to cry for them. I sat with a woman whose family had gone away to rest, to take a shower, to eat, to do anything, just to get out of the hospital and get out of the sadness for a little bit. And I sat with her, and she knew it was coming, and she wanted to hold my hand because she didn't want to be alone. And that was really tough for me. It was sad to have to sit there with her and know just what she knew, and to not have her family there. But I knew she really respected and really loved that I could be there to not let her be alone in that time that she needed me. And I think the family really appreciated it too, even though they couldn't be there and they were sad for that. So that things like that really touch my heart, the way that you can be there and really just learn things from people and learn to appreciate life so much more, because you watch all this happen and you see the sickness and you see the dying and see life. Even to see life, you really appreciate your life so much more than you ever have before, because of these experiences and these life-changing things that you go through. So I'm gonna end this video, and I hope you enjoyed what I had to say, and I hope you got to feel what I felt while going through all these different things with life and with death. And I hope everyone has a great holidays and stay safe, and really just love what you have and appreciate what you have, and just be happy, because there's no better way to go through life than to be happy. Just be happy for your health and your love and in life in general. So thanks everyone so much, and have a good day.